Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Alia from TESLC, and today I will be presenting the lesson plan that me and Atia have done. So the theme that we have chosen is Word of Knowledge, and the topic is Amazing Animals. The focus skill that we have chosen is writing, and the integrated skill is reading. Previous knowledge is that the pupils already know what is the characteristics of animals, such as, for example, giraffe has a long neck, elephant have big ears, something like that. And we move to the learning objective. At the end of the lesson, pupils will be able to write 3 comparative adjectives and 2 superlative adjectives with correct spellings. And the second one is construct 4 sentences using comparative and superlative adjectives precisely. And next one is language content, sentence patterns. Tortoises are bigger than ants. And for grammar, adjectives like small, smaller, big, bigger, fast, faster, something like that. And for educational phases, for moral values, teacher briefly tells people to protect animals' habitat during the closest stage. And for thinking skill, pupils are required to use their cognitive skill to describe the animals using comparative and superlative adjectives. The resources and teaching aids: PowerPoint slides, YouTube video, Google Form for quiz, flashcards, Jamboard, and PowerPoint of animals, and also laptop. And for set induction, I choose Get to Know Me activity, where teachers use PowerPoint slides to show the pictures of animal to the students, and then the teacher will ask the students about the animals in the picture, what they can see. This is the presentation that I have prepared. For example, teacher will show to the students about show to the students this picture, and then teacher will ask, what can you see in this picture? And then after the pupils will answer like giraffe, and then the teacher asks, what can you see? Or what do you know about giraffe? And what are the characteristics that you know that you can see? And then they will answer, oh, giraffe has a long neck, long legs, and small ears, something like that. And it also applies to other slides. And then teacher introduce the topic to the students. Okay, class, today we're going to learn about amazing animals, which is comparative and superlative adjectives. Okay, something like that. And then we move to the next stage. Oh, before that, the rationale, the preparation phase rationale, to gain pupils' attention towards the lesson by using the visual aids like pictures, so that the students can visualize it more and can identify the characteristics. And then to generate pupils' prior knowledge on the topic, like they know about the animals, so by using that they can actually connect their prior knowledge with the topic. And then to introduce the topic of the day's lesson, and the teaching aids will be used is PowerPoint slides. Next, we move to the presentation stage, which is the activity is sing along. I choose See Animals Comparative Song because it's catchy and have subtitles. Teacher plays the video See Animals Comparative Song to the students, to the pupils, and then teacher asks pupils to listen and pay close attention to the song so they can actually sing along and learn the adjectives from the song. And then teacher lists down the adjectives in the comment section, so the students can be aware of the adjectives used, because some students they sometimes space out or lose focus, so by tapping it out they can understand more about the topic. Yeah. And then teacher explains the differences between superlatives and superlative adjectives and comparative adjectives. Then teacher tells people the use of comparative and superlative adjectives on other animals, because in the video it only use sea animals, so to make them understand better, to apply the comparative and superlative adjectives to other animals. Teacher will give example of other animals that are not mentioned in the video. For example, ants or cats or dogs, something like that. Yeah. And then the imagination phase to engage people with the topic so that they can enjoy more, and then to give exposure of comparative and superlative adjectives, which is our main uh, objective, and then to enhance people's understanding using visual elements by using the video. And the video also has subtitles, so I think it is a very one of the best ways to teach superlative and comparative, so they can actually relate of to their prior knowledge, and also sing along and also get learn something from the song. So I will pass the next stages to my my group mate, yeah, which is Atia, my partner. Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Atya and I will continue the presentation. So the next activity is Let's Practice. In this activity, the teacher will provide the pupils with a link for a quiz, and then the teacher will instruct them to individually answer the quiz. After they have finished answer the quiz, the teacher will explain about the answers from the quiz, and lastly, the teacher will provide feedbacks for each pupil. The example of questions from the quiz are: tortoises are blank big ants, pandas are blank heavy monkeys, rhinos are blank strong hippos. So the pupils need to fill in the answer for every questions. The example of answers that the student might fill in are bigger than, heavier than, stronger than. So let's look at the Google form. So firstly, in this Google form, the student need to fill in their name, class, and the date. And then they need to answer, to provide short answer for every questions. For example, tortoises are bigger than. Then the next question, pandas are heavier than. These are the sample of answers that they might provide, and they need to answer all the 10 questions. Then after they have finished answering this quiz, they can know which questions that they have wrong answers and so on, because this quiz has provided them with the answers, with the correct answers. The activity is conducted to enhance pupils' self-learning, to increase pupils' understanding about the topic, and to enable the pupils to write correctly according to the topic. For this activity, at the end of the lesson, pupils will be able to write 3 comparative adjectives and 2 superlative adjectives with correct spellings. Let's move on to the next activity. The next activity is What is about me? So first of all, in this activity, the teacher will show the pupils a deck of flashcards of animals. And then the teacher will ask them to construct a sentence about the animals illustrated using the comparative and superlative adjective that they have learned. And then the teacher will share a link for a Jamboard for them to write the sentences that they constructed. And at the end of this activity, the teacher will provide the feedback for each sentences. So the sample of answers that the student might provide is: a dog is bigger than a frog, a cat is smaller than an elephant, tigers are stronger than lambs. So let's look at the flashcard. This is the flashcard. So it has 8 animals. So the student needs to write one sentence for every animal using the comparative and superlative adjectives. The link for in the Jamboard, the pupils need to write a sentences like this is for the dog. A dog is smaller than an elephant. So every student needs to provide one sentence for every animal. And then at the end of after the pupils have finished their answer for every animal, for each animal, the teacher will check the answer. Is it correct or not? So this activity is conducted to check the pupils' understanding of the topic, to examine the pupils' writing skills, to enhance the pupils' language skills, and to provide the pupils with extra guidance in completing the task. At the end of the lesson for this activity, the pupils will be able to construct at least 4 sentences using comparative and superlative adjectives precisely. So last but not least, the closure. This activity is called as Let's Recap. And for this activity, the teacher will show the pupils the PowerPoint of animals which has been shown at the earlier of the lesson. And the teacher will ask the pupils questions regarding the comparative and superlative adjectives they have learned during the lesson. The teacher will recap the lesson by providing the pupils with the importance of using comparative adjectives in the daily life. Lastly, the teacher will inculcate moral value. So the example of the questions that the teacher might ask are: what are the comparative adjectives they have learned today, and what are their functions? The answers might be small, big, fast, long, short, smaller, bigger, faster, slower, longer, shorter. And the functions might be to compare characteristics of animals or to show the differences between animals. So the moral value that they can learn from this activity is to take care of animals' habitat. So I think that's all from Alia and me. Thank you.